What was supposed to be a simple deer scouting trip turned into backcountry survival. Horses went down, storms rolled in, and we found ourselves miles from the truck in the pitch black. Welcome to life in the Wyoming high country. Every fall, my husband and I guide and cook for a backcountry hunting outfitter. This weekend, we packed the horses and rode into camp to scout for deer, check supplies, and haul 40-pound bags of alfalfa hay cube in for the horses to eat during hunting season. We load everything into heavy canvas panniers, balance them across the pack horses, and head up the trail, keeping an eye out for bears, deer, and maybe even Bigfoot. We rode through patches of fresh mountain huckleberries and raspberries. My horse didn't make it easy for me to bend down and grab some, but I did, and they were tart and delicious. Just about the time my butt was sore enough to call it quits, we finally made it to camp, home sweet home. But before we could relax, all hell broke loose. We were going up a steep trail and my horse went down. Bracken yelled at me to bail off, and I somehow ended up underneath him, but by some miracle, he avoided stepping on me while fighting for his own life to not roll down the mountain. Shaken, I was grateful it turned out the way it did and climbed back on. Once we got back to camp that night, we made tinfoil dinners with Rumstead Ranch ground beef, and the next morning we gave the horses a break and hiked out at daybreak to look for deer. When we got back to camp, Bracken decided walking the horses down to water wasn't cool enough, so he rode them bareback. They were more interested in grazing than drinking, and of course they wandered off a few times, so we had to go wrangle them back up. For lunch, we threw some Rumstead Ranch New York steaks over the fire, and they did not turn out great. If anyone has secrets for cooking steaks over an open flame, please help us out. That evening, we were high on the mountain glassing when a thunderstorm rolled in, and the hair on the back of my neck stood up. Lightning cracked around us, and we kicked the horses into a trot, racing the storm back to camp. We hid in the tent for hours, waiting it out until boredom set in. We got a wild hair and thought, why go home in the morning when we can go home tonight? So, saying goodbye to camp at 7:30. We decided at 7:20 to go home, so and we're on our way out. We trusted the horses to find the trail, and I was so relieved when I finally saw the truck. Follow along to keep up with this hunting season's wild adventures.